What is up, guys? My name is Alex Stater and I'm super excited today to share to you how I changed my forehand from a Western grip to an Eastern grip. I hope this video is helpful in terms of learning the mistakes I did along the way and applying the different concepts that I used that I felt really helped me in order to make this change a reality. So first of all, the most important question you need to ask yourself is, what do you want? And for me, this was, I wanted to have a really powerful forehand. I wanted to have a more hardcourt style forehand. I had grown up in South America and I had a very big forehand stroke, very loopy, very Western grip, and it wasn't very powerful. I got to 700 in the world with it. I was a decent college player, but in order to make the next big jump, I felt I was miles away in terms of making it happen with my forehand, which was supposed to be my main weapon. So me and my coach decided to make a change to go from a Western to an Eastern forehand, and we decided to really try to make our forehand look like and become like that of Alcaraz and Roger Federer. We decided on these two guys because they have the best forehands on tour, or used to have with Roger Federer, and they really play the type of game and have the type of power that I want. And so how exactly did we go building day by day? One of the things we did was we had 3 different levels. The first level was shadowing, which is you and your racket, and you're really trying to ingrain the basic details of the stroke you're trying to hit. The next level would be drop feeding, and this is when the coach would drop feed you balls to eliminate all the variables that could make it tough, so that you really just get the sensation, get the reps in, get that confidence, cement that stroke so that it's natural. And lastly, hitting. This was very helpful to me because it would tell me what I needed to work on, what was not going great. And so for an example of it would be, every time I would hit, some old patterns would pop up. So for example, my old swing would come in a little bit. I would get that big stroke again rather than having that more compact stroke that I was trying to ingrain in me. And so then we knew, okay, we need to go back to drop feeding, make sure that it's low. I need to do more shadowing to really cement it so that this doesn't keep on occurring. It's definitely a work in progress. Every time I'm playing matches or points, some of the old remains, and this is very normal because for my whole life I played a certain way and now I changed, and when you're not really thinking about it, some old patterns may reemerge. But this is why it's crucial and important to shadow all the time, so that whenever you're not thinking about technique, which should never be your concern, your mind goes to that. You have muscle memory that backs up the stroke that you want to hit. And so this all sounds easy and great, but how was it actually experiencing this process? And for me, it was brutal. And first off, it was brutal because of several different things. One of the things being my ego. Being able to practice and compete with top level guys that are top 200, 100 even, felt great, felt amazing. It felt like I was, part of them. And then when I changed the forehand to an Eastern grip, I couldn't even rally with 8 UTRs, 7 UTRs, and I really felt like I was just horrible. And going into tournaments and losing to players you should never lose against badly, and just it was tough to take in. Even though I knew intellectually that this would happen, it was tough to face, and it made me realize that, oh wow, ego plays a way bigger role than I thought it actually did. Just gave me awareness that I was gonna need to push through, because if I just saw myself as the end product in that day that I went to that tournament, I wasn't gonna get far. The next one was probably keeping the faith in terms of that this was the right move. I know when I started this, just seeing the improvement not being there, being impatient, was tough for me, because you never know if you're actually going to develop the forehand you really want to develop, or whatever the stroke technique is. And so really just being willing to show up every day and give your 100% was extremely crucial for me. And this goes to the next point, which was my fitness, my physical body. I've had a few injuries this year, mainly because I was not in a great state, and so I was really trying to go all in on fitness and just not really paying attention to my body as much as I should have. And so this brought several injuries that I had along the year. And this was tough because this would set me back a few weeks. I wouldn't be able to practice. And then when I actually did, I felt like all the momentum, all the things that I had been working on kind of disappeared, and I had to start all over again. Obviously this isn't true, but when you're on court and you feel like your level isn't there, you just start questioning, is this the right thing that I'm doing? And your mind can go to places that you don't want to go. So mind all this, did I make the right decision? The only way that we'll know if I made the right decision is once I start competing, to see if my forehand picks up, if it starts to feel natural again, then we'll know if it was the right decision. I'll be competing in the next month or two. I'm coming back from an injury, but I've been shadowing, I've been doing the drop feeding, I've been hitting a little bit, and I really feel like it's starting to come along. I'm really excited to start competing again. Changing technique is definitely very hard. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know that it will be brutal, and unless you're willing to show up every day, don't do it. But if you really want to make that jump, if you really want to improve and you see that it's probably because of technique, then by all means do it. But anyways, I hope to see you on the next video, and I'm very excited to start competing and show you guys my gains.